Good morning, dear students. In the previous class, we had started with the third chapter of English, Clever Tenali Raman. In the story, Raja Verma was the most famous artist in Krishnadev Rai's court. He was a painter, and the king loved his paintings. He was so happy with Raja Verma that he wanted to reward him. So one day, the king, he said to Raja Verma, ask for anything and it will be yours. But before Raja Verma could ask for anything, the king made him his chief minister. Raja Verma was shocked to hear this. He did not want to be a chief minister, but he thought that it would be rude to say no. So he had to accept the post of chief minister. And as chief minister, Raja Verma, he tried his best and do whatever is required to carry out his duties. But he was a painter who had no experience to handle the matters of the court. The king, he however, continued to support him. And the people, they were very angry as Raja Verma was not able to solve their problem. Finally, the town elders, they decided to ask for help from the king's jester Tenali Raman. Tenali Raman, who was very wise and intelligent man, had an idea. He invited the king and his ministers for lunch to his house. Then he went to the town's best known carpenter and asked him to prepare a grand feast for his guests. On the day of the feast, the food was served to the guests. But in a few seconds, the king and his ministers began to gasp, and the king became very angry. This much we had done in the previous class. Today we will do the second part of the chapter. Raman waited for the king to calm down. Calm means not to show the feeling of anger. So the king was very angry. So Raman waited for the king to calm down. And then with the folded hands he said, Sir, forgive me. And let me introduce you to the cook. Introduce to make one person known to another. He said, I want to introduce you to the cook. A worried looking carpenter now came forward. The carpenter who had prepared the grand feast now came forward, and he was worried. This is the best carpenter in Vijayanagar. Tenali Raman said, so he is the best carpenter in Vijayanagar. His work is brilliant. He is very talented and his work is excellent. I gave him the job of cooking today. And today I gave him the job of cooking. The king glared at him and spoke. Glared at, looked angrily. So the king, he looked angrily at Tenali Raman and said, are you crazy, Raman? Crazy? Mad. He may be an excellent carpenter, but does that mean he is a good cook? He said that he may be an excellent carpenter, but that doesn't mean that he is a good cook also. Raman replied softly, but sir, if an artist can be the chief minister, why can't a carpenter be a cook? He said, sir, if an artist, if a painter can be the chief minister, why can't a carpenter be a good cook? The king now began to realize his mistake. After hearing this, the king began to realize his mistake. Shaking his head slowly, he said, you are right, Raman. And he said, Raman, you are right. The fault is mine. I understand what you are trying to tell me. I understood what you want to tell me. And the very next day, the king sent Raja Verma back to his old job. And the next day, the king sent Raja Verma back to his old job. Old job means he was a painter. Now, he sent Raja Verma to do his paintings. The king felt embarrassed, but Raja Verma was very happy. Embarrassed to felt sorry. So the king, he felt sorry, but Raja Verma was very happy. Why he was happy? because he was sent back to his old job. He later thanked Tenali Raman, who just chuckled wisely. And then he thanked Tenali Raman, who just laughed wisely. So here we finish our chapter. At the end of the video, I had given the hard words and word meanings. It should be done in the English notebook. Thank you.